Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Zach Lawley. I'm a project manager here at 5 Words Media. I'm here with an Allen & Heath SQ5 and an Allen & Heath ME500. These ME500s are super sweet. It's an amazing way for your band to be able to monitor what they're playing without having to spend tons of money on wireless in-ear packs or eating up all of your mixes on your console. These ME500s have 16 inputs, and I'll show you how to patch that here. So if you go to your I/O tab on your console and you go to outputs, you see this ME S-Link pop up here at the top. It's automatically default patched 1-to-1. So your input 1 is kicked in, 2 is snare top, 3 is snare bottom. You only have 16 inputs available, but 40 show up. So just be aware of that. Also, another thing to note with these ME500s is you can't skip an input. So if you want 1 to be drums and 2 to be bass, but you want to skip number 3 and make 4 your acoustic guitar, automatically shift everything over 1. I'm going to go ahead and unpatch all of these, and I'm going to show you how I patch the ME500s. I'm completely unpatched, and now I'm ready to start going. I could patch all of my drums in individually. Like I can make number 1 my kick, and number 2 my snare top, number 3 my snare bottom. But I'm gonna eat up my 16 inputs pretty quickly. So here's a little hack that I've learned. Take your mix 1, because as of right now we're not using any of our mixes, and let's build a drum mix into mix 1. Sweet. Now let's take mix 1 and go into our I/O tab, and let's route mix 1. So we'll route our mix outputs, aux 1, into input 1 of our ME. So now, input 1 is getting all of our drums that are getting sent to this mix. Now let's go further and make that a stereo mix. If we go under setup in mixer config, we can go under mix config, and we can take aux 1 and make it a stereo channel. So now we're getting all of our inputs sent stereo to mix 1. If we go under our I/O tab, we can see aux 1 left, and we can make number 2 aux 1 right. So now 1 and 2 are now our drums. Let's go ahead and make number 3 our bass. We're gonna go to IP direct outs for that. Let's find our bass guitar here, and let's make number 3 our bass. Let's make number 4 our acoustic guitar. Let's make number 5 and 6 our electric guitar 1 left and right. Let's make 7 and 8 our electric guitar 2 left and right. Let's make 9 and 10 our synth left and right. And 11 and 12 our keys left and right. 13 and 14 are tracks left and right, and let's make 15 our click. And then lastly, we'll make 16 our lead vocal. Now you don't have to use all of your stereo channels. If you have a stereo left and right guitar, you can just use the left side or just use the right side. But we have 16, I used all 16. So now that we're patched, if we play anything through here, we can then select it and turn the volume up, and we'll have more of that input in our headphones. On the back of this device, you have both an 1/8" and a 1/4" headphone out. You have a 1/4" mono out. You have 2 EtherCon ins, one for in. This whole system can be powered over PoE. And the other one is for out if you want to connect them. One thing to note, if you do connect one to another, the PoE does not carry over. You will have to plug in the power cable. And then here you have your DC power and a USB drive where you can save your mixes to a USB drive. On the front, you have your master level. You can see that here. On the front, you have your master level knob. You have a mute and a solo button, so you can select an input and mute it, or you can select an input and solo it. You'll notice when you mute it, it flashes. So you can go back and unmute it. You also have a recall button where you can recall presets, and if you hold shift and press another one, you can then store your mixes in one of these settings. So you can recall, we'll recall number 6, and our mix comes back up. The ME500s are a great solution for getting your band their mixes on stage without having to use up all of your mixes or having to spend a ton of money on wireless in-ear monitors.